welcome back. My name is Melissa. I feel like I never actually introduced myself properly in my videos, so my name is Melissa. Welcome back, or hi if you're new here. I talk about general J fashion and just some Lolita content, just whatever I feel like doing that week. So I had this idea for a while and it kind of took me a lot longer than I anticipated. So I wanted to make outfits for celebrities, and then I realized it kind of was a bit difficult. I found celebrities that I was like, oh, I would just like to see them in Lolita. It wasn't specifically like to do with them as people. For example, Jenna Marbles and Julian, I would love to see them in Lolita. Like, I would love to see Julian like with his moustache, like when she did that Princess Peach dress for him. And I know that there's an angelic pretty Princess Peach dress. I was like, I would love to see Julian in that, and I would like to see Jenna in like Decora style Lolita, but it wasn't necessarily them and like representing their brand, if you know what I'm saying. So I ended up kind of doing something more along the lines of fictional characters and sort of content creators who I think could work really well with like the Lolita aesthetic. I have 5 outfits and it took me ages because it was the finding stuff that looked good with each other. Sometimes you put it together and it's like, oh no, this doesn't work. So in the end I have 5. I would ideally like to do more, and I think it makes it so much easier if you do it with like a fictional character that has a certain aesthetic or look where you can be like, oh yeah, I really see that. I really see like the influence there. So it's kind of a mixture. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm not that great at photo editing, so some of the edges look a bit rubbish, but soz. It's just a YouTube video, like it's not that deep. First of all, I started with a YouTuber called Minalei. Now, if you don't know who she is, she started off doing fashion commentary videos. So it's mostly like how historically accurate is Pride and Prejudice, for example. How historically accurate is Bridgerton? And then she kind of started going into other sort of commentary topics. She does like the roots of certain problems within our society, like where it started from and where it is today, and why, I don't know, things like diet culture or fat phobia and things like that. Yeah, so basically I just really like her. I really like her commentary, and I would say that her style is it's inspired by a lot of vintage fashion. The way that she does her makeup and hair is very 1930s. She collects a lot of vintage designer items in her wardrobe. So there's like corsets, there's lots of kind of like vintage blouses. I've noticed a lot of her style is lots of layering. So I kind of wish with the outfit that I created for her, I wish I added more layers to it. But yeah, I mean, and I think that with Minalei, it's not really like a stretch to see her in Lolita, because a lot of her outfits, if you see them on Instagram, like it's not that far off of Lolita. Like there was one video where she was wearing like a massive white bonnet, and then I think she had like a blouse on, so it wouldn't really be that much of a stretch to like put her in a dress with a petticoat. So yeah, but I definitely think she has like a distinct look. Here is the outfit that I've made for Minalei. So I chose this Baby the Starshine Bright White OP, and I kind of went for an OP. Why did I go for an OP? Like looking back, I feel like I should have done JSK, because then I could have layered some stuff underneath, like a long like sheer blouse, something with like really over the top sleeves, or she could have like a peignoir over the top of this. So yeah, I think looking back, maybe I should have chose a JSK and then added like a blouse underneath. But I chose like a solid colour. I chose white because I was really inspired by that massive bonnet that she wore. And I quite like the more vintage, like old school vibe of this dress. And I thought it would be perfect to layer with the pearl like shoulder harness by Creepy Eha. I know a lot of people don't think that harnesses belong in Lolita, but I'm not against it. And I think that something like this could work really well. I don't think that just because it's a harness it inherently means sex. I really like the pearls because I think that really complements the white dress. I found the white bonnet by Minalei, and yeah, I like all the textures within the bonnet. So it's got 3 different types of lace, and it's got roses as well. It was just kind of reminding me of the one that she wore in her videos, so I thought these two would pair really well together. And then to add like a different type of texture, I found these handmade, I think they're like hand knitted, like lace socks. Like, they look so comfortable, and they're from Etsy, and I just thought that that would add like a different kind of texture in there. And yeah, and I've noticed that she always tends to wear like very, very light colours and then kind of black Mary Jane shoes. But I wanted to go for something a bit different here because I kind of wanted the bag to like complement the shoes. And I found like, I just find black bags kind of boring. I just wanted to sort of come up with something a little bit different. So I went for these red Vivienne Westwood shoes, and they have like 3 little bows down the front. They are, you know, iconic. I think they're the Melissa collaboration because it looks like that kind of material. And then I found this bag by Simone Rocha. I know obviously that's designer, so it's not exactly like an accessible brand for most people, but this is just imaginary, okay? And I could see her maybe like thrifting this like Simone Rocha bag, and she has like an orb shaped bag like this. It's kind of like a pinky color. So when I found this one, and it had the pearl chain, which obviously complements the pearl harness, and it's got this really cool like pearl detail on the little hand strap. I don't know, it's really cool. I feel like this is still Lolita, but also adds some of Mina's flair into it. And obviously looking back on this outfit, I would probably pair some kind of like sheer fabric over the top, maybe like a peignoir. So yeah, that was my outfit for Minalei. Okay, so the next person is another YouTuber called Rachel Maksy. She is a cosplayer slash vintage fashion content creator. So I used to work for a brand called Collective Clothing, and I came across her YouTube channel, and all of her stuff was all very 1950s back then. So I had sent her some clothes, so she did a few like YouTube videos for us. And then after I'd found her account, I was like, oh my god, I just couldn't stop watching. Like, I just loved all of her videos. And now she's got more into kind of like, she started doing sewing projects, and she does them every week, and you can definitely see like how much she's improved. And I would say that her style is no longer 1950s, it's kind of like earlier. So I would probably say from like 70, it's like a mixture between like 1700s up to the late 1800s is the kind of clothes that she likes to wear, like long flowing skirts, lots of earthy tones. Honestly, like a lot of her outfits remind me of Outlander, and I'm very surprised that she has not watched Outlander yet. I think she did mention it in one video, and she's like, I just haven't had the time yet. And I'm like, totally understand. It is a long series, but I think she would love it. So the outfit that I went for was this one. I kind of wanted to do like a librarian theme outfit, you know. Would you say this is light academia? It's not really dark academia, but she likes that kind of aesthetic, and I feel that this outfit is really not far off of what she already wears. It's just I've added a Lolita skirt instead of like a straight down skirt. So, you know, and I think she's worn petticoats before. She's really not that far off of wearing Lolita. I was undecided on the shoes. Like, I do like these ones, the straps across, the more flat ones with the pointed front, but they're kind of like more of a red brown, and they didn't really go. But I was like, if they were just slightly a different brown, I think it would look great. So I also put the boots there as well. I didn't choose any leg wear. I should have done. Maybe I would say like woolly tights for this look. And then there's a brown waistcoat, because when do you not see Rachel in a waistcoat? And yeah, and then I went for more of like a little straw hat with a brown ribbon to kind of give that little like cottagecore librarian vibes. And obviously you need the gold frame glasses. And to finish off the look, I added a book-shaped bag. She's actually made like a little rucksack before, and it was a shelf filled with books, and she's also made a book corset as well. So I was like, she's got to have a bag that's in the shape of a book. So yeah, this is my look for Rachel Maksy. It's really like nothing creative on my part because it's literally kind of what she already wears. All I've done is add a book bag and a Lolita shaped skirt. So Rachel, if you ever watch this, I would love to see you in Lolita. So okay, so next, I had so much fun with this one because I wanted to do this myself. I did Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This dress I found on Devil Inspired. I think that while Lolita would work really well for Zuko's aesthetic because the outfit that Zuko wears in the show is very much inspired by Japan, and I think there's like some Thai elements in there as well. And obviously the colour is black and red, which is what he wears. Red for being in the Fire Nation, so running with the theme of fire. I also added this flame shaped bag which I found, again I can't remember the brand, I'll put it all here. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, it's sparkly, it's flame shaped. I wish it was a bit of a darker gold, but I think it works really well overall in the outfit. And then I found these Dolce & Gabbana shoes because Zuko wears these kind of like black boots with like gold accents on them. And I know that the gold accents don't necessarily say flame, but it did kind of give me this very like an emperor's palace in China, all that kind of like really fine gold detail. So I picked these Dolce & Gabbana shoes, which you know is not always in everyone's budget, but this is just for pretend. And I chose like this burgundy plain coloured tights because there were some burgundy tights with gold accents on them, but overall it just looked too messy, and I was like, I think it's best to just keep the legwear plain. So that's why I went for a plain tights. Yes, that's proper English. For the headwear, I was like, you obviously need his crown. Like, there wasn't anything else that I found. I was just looking at generic kind of gold crowns that people wear in Lolita fashion, but I was like, it just doesn't, it was more like, it looked more like fairy or kind of like Rococo style crowns. I was like, no. So I found someone had digitally made his crown, so I was like, it's gotta be, hasn't it? And then I found these earrings and they just reminded me of flames, like the gold shape of them with the kind of dark red rubies hanging down. They were actually a bit of a lighter red and I tried to darken them, but they went a bit of a weird colour. So yeah, so next is an actual celebrity. I decided to do Ashnikko. Ashnikko is a singer slash songwriter. She also does rap as well. She has a lot of feminist messaging in her songs, and yeah, I think during lockdown I just really started listening to like everything that she was putting out, and I absolutely love her aesthetic. I don't think she's ever worn Lolita before. She knows what Lolita fashion is. She's like mentioned Lolitas in one of her songs called Fuck Me in Shibuya. So yeah, she knows the style, she knows what it's all about. I just don't think I've ever personally seen her in it. The look that I went for, she's done like a few videos of like octopuses. A lot of the promotions that she's put up, say for like if she was released a new single, it will have like little tentacles coming through. So I was like, it's got to be an octopus themed outfit. So I kind of went with her Deal With It music video kind of vibe, and this is the look that I came up with. And obviously Pirate Lolita is a thing. I think, is Pirate Lolita like under, would it come under gothic? Honestly, I think she would look amazing in any subgenre of Lolita. Yeah, but I went for pirate because she do be liking the tentacles. Obviously you have to have a pirate hat, like it wouldn't say pirate without a hat. So the hat is from Alice and the Pirates, obviously. The boots are from New Rock. The skirt, I think, is by Innocent World. Now the top, this little like octopus thing, it's a bra. So the octopus's head sits like in between the boobs and then the tentacles go across here. And I know that's not Lolita, you're supposed to wear a blouse, but like honestly, this really says Ashnikko to me. I couldn't see her in like a full-on blouse for Slumber Party, for example. In that video, she has like this kind of, it looks like a tentacle kind of bra. So yeah, that's kind of like the idea. I knew that I just didn't think it would be an Ashnikko outfit if she had a full blouse. I was like, it needs octopus somewhere. So I was like, an octopus bra. So this was actually on someone's Facebook. I don't know like what brand it is. It must be like a handmade octopus bra. And it was actually more of like an aqua colour, and I added a filter to it to make it her staple electric blue colour. And then I used, I don't know how you pronounce this brand's name. I think it's Teja Jamila navy tights, and then it's got like silver details of like narwhals, pirate ships, skull and crossbones on the bottom, just to kind of tie everything in. And then I was like, I feel like it's missing something, because I feel like the neck area is going to be really bare. And so I was like, what about that creepy choker where it's got like the dripping pearls? Because, you know, pirates looking for treasure, the booty, pearls always remind me of like the ocean, and with the dripping effect as well, kind of reminds me of water, kind of. So yeah, I added the necklace to tie it all in. And then I also added this wig by Wig is Fashion, even though Ashnikko wouldn't be wearing a wig because it's her hair. But I just put it there so you could see the overall effect of like what her hair colour would look like with this outfit. And I'm actually really proud of this one. Next one. Okay, so the next one, I'm not sure if everyone will know this character. She's not like really she's not really well known, purely because she's a book character. And I find that, not that most people don't read books, but I think even if you are someone who reads a lot of books, you might not read this type of book. But I think if it comes out as a film, people are more likely to know like, oh, I know that character, haven't seen the film, but I know who this person is. And it's Feyre Archeron. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. Feyre is part of a series called A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's by Sarah J Maas. And a lot of people have strong opinions on Sarah J Maas books. It's basically like fairy fan fiction, okay? Think of like trashy fan fiction in like a high fantasy setting with lots of fairy dick. That is A Court of Thorns and Roses, okay? And yeah, it's trash, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. You know, when I read that series, I was like, wow, I love this. Everyone is allowed to enjoy trash, you know. A load of stuff happens, but she ends up with the dark brooding guy who turns out to be a sweetheart and a bit like the biggest flirt. And she lives with him in the night court. And so her colours are navy with silver stars, tattoos, because she gets like all these moon tattoos down her back, and she becomes High Fae. So she becomes Lady of the Night Court, which just sounded like she's a lady of the night. And I was like, oh, I don't know, it just made me laugh. So I chose this dress, this navy dress with constellations on it. I really wish the constellations were silver rather than gold, but you take what you can get. And I added a moon-shaped crown, which was handmade from Etsy. She ends up wearing a crown once she becomes like the High Fae. And I chose a star-shaped bag, and obviously it had to be glittery because, you know, nighttime stars like shining, it's that kind of vibe. I think if it was matte, it wouldn't have worked well, and I don't think it would have complemented this dress. And there's also like a glitter star right in the center of this dress, like the center of the chest. And then I also went for these really cute angelic pretty heels that have like accents of stars on them, and they're kind of very like pearlescent. I wish they were silver, but I went for like the white, and I think it still goes. And then I added these chiffon glittery navy star angelic pretty socks. I didn't go for a blouse. I don't know, like I added a blouse underneath, like a navy one with kind of like draping sleeves, like kind of like, it was just reminding me of like starfall, but it just didn't look right. I was like, I actually really like this dress, that the way that dress looks without a blouse underneath. So yeah, I don't know, I think it just gives it a more princess, like a more mature princessy kind of look. And then it's obviously got her tattoos down the side, her little moon tattoos. Okay, and then the next one is... Okay, so the last one, I was like, I want to do a character that everyone's going to recognise. I feel like I've chosen really obscure people. So I was like, you know what, how about a bit of Daisy Duck? So I went for this outfit here, and I chose this all white angelic pretty skirt, and I chose this one because I looked for like scalloped skirts. Like if you look at her design, I don't know, just her bottom half is obviously white because she's got white feathers, but yeah, I don't know, the little scallop just kind of reminds me of the way that her design, like the way that she's drawn. Obviously she's a duck, so she's got yellow legs, so I went for some yellow tights, these really cute pink angelic pretty heels with little bows and pearls on, angelic pretty pink head bow, because you know Daisy Duck loves she loves big pink bow. And I didn't actually go for a Lolita blouse, I went for a 1950s style top, which is the Dolores top by Collective Clothing, and it's in lavender. I actually own this blouse top, should I say, and yeah, every time I wear it I'm like, oh, I should do a Daisy Duck look with this. It's very much her vibe, and I think that Daisy Duck's, like the fit of her top is very 1950s. And I've also noticed that she has like an aqua colour bangle, but I went for mint rather than aqua because I think mint is more of a Lolita colour. So I found this mint bangle by Splendid, which is also a 1950s jewellery brand, and this mint and pink bag with like fluff on it to complement the bangle, and I actually own this bag as well. And yeah, now I'm looking at this, I'm like, maybe I should do a Daisy Duck themed outfit. I think that would be really cute. It just took so long to like find all the pieces and actually make those pictures, so I was like, you know what, 5 is enough. Maybe I can do another one. Maybe I could do something that's like specific, like here's Disney character outfits, here's, you know, like Disney bounding. But I feel like there's so much Disney bounding out there now. Am I really gonna come up with something original? I don't know. Oh my god, Shrek Lolita outfits. That would be amazing. I don't think there's much green, like ogre green Lolita outfits, but oh my god, that would be so cool. I could do like Donkey, like Gingerbread Man. Oh wow, I think the floodgates are open. That would be so cool. Because originally I was like, oh, I can do celebrities, but it's hard unless a celebrity has like a specific aesthetic, like Ashnikko, for example, you know, that electric blue hair. You see that, you think Ashnikko. So yeah, and then same with like YouTubers. Some of them, they just wear regular clothes, like Jenna Marbles, for example. But I'm just like, I just want to see her in this outfit, and it doesn't say Jenna Marbles. I think I want to specifically find outfits that represent a character or someone's brand / aesthetic. And then again with like Feyre, I was like, oh, are many people gonna know her? I don't know. So I was like, do a common one, do a bit of Daisy Duck. So I'm sorry if they're a bit of a random choice. I really wanted to do Claire from Outlander because she's my favourite character of all time. But I feel like I literally own all the clothes that I would make for the graphics. It wouldn't be anything new. It's like, here's my outfit that I've put together. This is how I think Claire should look in Lolita. And also, you know, Outlander is a period piece, and that's what Lolita fashion is inspired by. So all you would need to do is just like take her outfit, shorten the hem to knee length, and then there you go. There's a classic Lolita outfit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thought I would do something a little bit different. I really enjoyed like making the outfits, and I really want to do something again like that. I wanted to do a quick outfit rundown because I'm obviously not wearing Lolita today, but I'm wearing that skirt, can you see, from my last like closet child video. This is by Rouge. The blouse is from Swankiss, which I got secondhand, and this wig I found it on AliExpress for like 12 quid, and I really love it. And now I'm like, kind of want my actual hair to be this colour. So I shall see you guys soon. Let me know in the comments below if there's like anything that you want to see. Would you like to see some Shrek Lolita outfits? It might actually be too hard to do. I would like to attempt it and see how it would look. But let me know if there's anything that you would like to see later on. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next week.